So today on Screenshots we take a quick look at one of Frank Sinatra's most important roles in the 1960s. In the Manchurian Candidate, Sinatra plays Major Bennett Marco, who through coincidence finds out that his time in the army was manipulated through brainwashing with his platoon to encourage some of his fellow soldiers to take up mental arms against America and the West by being trained by communist forces to manipulate the American government by controlling the U.S. presidency. And in this case, Major Marco is the hero of the piece because he basically not only finds out that the brainwashing is occurring, one of his platoon mates, Sergeant Raymond Shaw, is being designed to be the primary one to enact the plot, because ironically his mother is the second wife of the main vice presidential candidate, a McCarthyite, who basically is wheeling his way into the government. Now, there's a lot of diverse plot twists in this. It's a very intense movie because it has aspects of film noir, has aspects of spy thrillers, it has action scenes, it has brainwashing scenes, but as the movie goes along, it shows the cult of personality conspiracies that were very common back in the 50s and 60s. Some people basically believe, and they still do, that brainwashing has been used as a tool by the communist governments, including the current one, to work their way into the U.S. and Western systems to break up the system from within. But if you have a chance to watch The Manchurian Candidate, the videography, the cinematography, the editing is quite tight. It's a very interesting movie. But Frank Sinatra really stands out in this movie because it seems in every line he gives, he really believes he is Major Marco. Lawrence Harvey plays Raymond Shaw, the other main character in the piece. And it's not too often you can outact Lawrence Harvey in any movie, because for me, of the angry young men actors of the 50s and 60s, Lawrence Harvey, if he was not the best, it was pretty close to it. He had a style all his own. But when you get two great actors, Sinatra was very underrated as a American actor, but The Man with the Golden Arm and From Here to Eternity and all the different parts, even going into the 70s, he could really bring forth a script to a level no one could do it. He was like Clint Eastwood before we knew Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry. But one thing about this movie, if you do watch it, I don't rarely give spoilers, and I'm not doing so in this podcast. If you know the basic plot of the movie, you've seen it, do not give it away, because the denouement in the last 30 minutes is not only shocking, it's groundbreaking. Because this was a year before the Kennedy assassination, and after the murder of the president, this movie basically was taken out of distribution. Rumor has it because Sinatra felt bad about doing the movie on such a which led to one of his good friends, him and Kennedy were good friends, led to his assassination, directly and indirectly. But whatever the legend is, it was out of circulation for a while. Now the DVD version would be the best to find, but ironically there's a VHS tape out there that has a documentary built in, talking with the directing crew and the actors, which is very insightful as to what motivated the directors and the producers to take the Richard Condon book, which was first published in 1959, into screen within 3 years. The Manchurian Candidate has always been a popular fiction book for all generations, and I also recommend trying to find a copy of that, because the movie does mimic the plot of the movie quite well. But just a note, stay away from the other remake of Manchurian Candidate with Meryl Streep. It's not very good. Avoid at all costs. Anyway, on this December morning, I hope all is well. As we say to the North Shore, keep your stick in the ice. Bye.